In this section, we will be creating the nail heads that helped hold the leather strap to the shield. We will be using a simple cylinder primitive from the Primitive tab and a circular pattern tool to create over 70 of these nail heads. Let's go ahead and actually add those nails. I plan on using a flattened cylinder to represent the nail head. Since it's a basic solid, I can just grab one from the Primitive tab, opposed to having to create one myself. Notice this cylinder is too large for our shield, so I'll just edit the dimensions down below so it has 4 mm for a radius and 2 mm for its height. Now I'll use my cursor to place it roughly 20 mm or so from the outer edge. I'll quickly add a iron texture from our material library because we're about to copy this nail quite a few times and I don't want to have to color each new copy. Now I need to figure out about how many nails I'll need to keep this model historically accurate. One of my sources mentioned that the nails were placed every 38 mm along the leather strap. If I use the measure tool, I can figure out the perimeter of the strap. When you use the measure tool on a circle in 123D Design, it'll give you the perimeter of the circle labeled as a length 1. In this case, it's about 3,000 mm. If I divide 3,000 mm by 38 mm per nail, I get 79 nails. Now instead of copying this one nail head over and over 79 times, I'm going to save myself a lot of time and just use the circular pattern tool. This tool is located underneath the pattern tab. Once selected, it'll ask you for a solid. I'm going to select our nail head. When I select it though, I'll zoom in really close and make sure I select the actual solid and not just the face. I find it's easiest to do this if I put my cursor on one of its edges and then click. Next, it'll ask you for an axis by which it'll put all of these nail heads around. I'm just going to use our outer edge of our shield as our axis. And now we type in how many nails we want. 79. I push enter and voila, our shield has 79 nails now, with about 6 clicks of my mouse. Opposed to me doing it like 79 times, this really helps save me a lot of effort and time. Make sure to use the pattern tools in 123D Design as much as possible. In the next section, we'll be finishing up the shield by adding some decals and paint to it.